This tutorial is going to focus on the multi-effects section of Noizr effects, particularly the Stompbox styled effects modules that are to the right of the filter and the auto gate, the ones that are right here: the drive, the flanger, ring, pitch, echo, and reverb. Let's listen to our audio. First, let's turn up the mix knob on the drive and the gain. The drive is basically a saturation or overdrive effect, and one that can be controlled by applying the gain. We can turn down the mix and really crank up the gain to get some serious saturation going on. And to smoothen out the effect, we can use the duck to achieve a smoother drive. You can use it to add harmonics and analog sounding warmth to your source material. You can also use it to boost the signal a little bit. So that's the drive. Next is the flanger. We can activate that by turning on the mix. You should be able to get some glassy tones out of it. You can control the rate right here. Make it really slow, which should create kind of a airplane kind of sound. Or we can make it really fast. My preference is a slow flanger. This guy can get really slow. You can also use the sync button to synchronize it with the master rate, just like all the other Noizr effects. And that's the flanger. Next in line is the ring modulator, and once again we activate it by raising the mix. The frequency knob determines at which frequency we will modulate. The ring will determine how much modulation occurs. And that's the ring modulator. Now let's move on to the pitch effect. And the best way to audition this one is to actually raise or lower the pitch. In this case, let's lower it down 12 cents or an octave, and then turn up the mix. I'm going to turn up the drive so we can hear it a little better. We can use the reset button to get it back to the way it was. Now let's use that to raise the tone. Let's raise. Again, we can simply reset it and go back to its original position. And that's the pitch modulation. Next is the echo. We turn up the mix knob so we can listen to it. We can increase the repeat to get more repeats. We can pan it left or right, so we can place the effect where we want it in the stereo field. change the rate. We can synchronize the rate. We can even reverse the echo. And that is the echo. Next is the reverb. That's activated with the mix knob. We can increase the size of the reverb and its decay. We have a low-pass filter, and a high-pass filter. We also have a freeze button. Use it sparingly or use it to create a lush reverb. And that's reverb. One advantage that the Noiser Effects suite has is the fact that you can use the routing system to change their order on the fly. So these numbers that you see here are actually a routing system. So at the moment the auto gate is number 1, filters number 2, so on and so forth. We can get really interesting effects if we start switching them around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn all of these on and reroute them. And so we can then listen to some of the sound design possibilities. So the reverb is number 8. What happens if we take that, freeze it, and make it number 6 as an example? Turn on the echo. The echo will now be placed after the reverb. We can do the same with the pitch effect. Make that number 8. This is when the sound design power of Noiser Effects comes into effect. Let's turn up the flanger, the ring modulator, just the whole kitchen sink. And as we change the order of these effects, we just get different sound possibilities. Let's unfreeze that. Now, if things start to get crazy, you always have the reset button, which restores Noiser Effects to its original condition.